Nick, what made you want to go with Preem, and also what made you sign Nick?
Well, I mean, I of course wanted. I mean, every aspiring rap artist wants to be with Preem. I mean, that's just an easy answer. I mean, and I was just fortunate enough to run into him, you know, going to industry parties and stuff with my demo. And long story short, ran into Preem, and I knew he would dig it, you know. And I heard back from him a couple months later, and we just built from there. You know, like once we got to know each other, like as far as like hanging out in the studio and just vibing, and it was an easy fit from there. You know, we could tell we're very like-minded. Creatively, we're always on the same wavelength. You know what I mean? We could bounce ideas back and forth all the time. So, and we both have fun doing it. You know what I mean? We both really do it for the love, and it's just a beautiful thing that now I can do it and get paid for it too. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then as far as why he signed me, I don't know. He'd have to answer that.
But really, just from the demo and from meeting him when he came, when we were introduced at Big Suge's listening party for Street Champ, he just had this confidence about him when he told me that he was nice, and I've heard that from so many people that approach me with a demo, or yo, my man is ill, and I'll be like, yeah, well, I gotta hear it first. And I always tell them that I always tell them straight up, I don't judge anything until I hear you. But he's actually acting like he ain't hearing that. Like, you know, I'm just telling you I'm nice. I'm like, yeah, all right, you know, I hear that all the time, brother. You know, a little light pat, and he's still like, give me this look like yo, you just don't know. And that's the vibe I got. Like literally walking away, and I just turned around again, he's still looking at me that way, and I was like, weird, you know, ignored it. Then you know, time passed. I remember that plainly. I was just moving to a new crib. I was opening all my boxes, and I had just a little small box of maybe like 20 demos, if that. And I was like, oh, I remember this from, and I can see the CD and totally remember who gave it to me, even if it's written a certain way, just the way it looks. I'm like, oh, that's the guy that was from so and so that gave it to me, and my man passed it to him. Like it could just be 91760 something and a scratch on it. I'll still know who it came from. So I'm looking at this one, listening to him and everything. And his is probably like the fifth one I pulled out of the box. And when I looked at it, I said, that's that guy that was acting like he's all, yeah, I'm nice. Look, seriously, it all came back to me. Popped it in. He had rhymed over like Nas's like instrumental. It was called Nick is like, yeah. And a couple other joints. And they were cool, but he had a wittiness about him, and it went with the way he delivered it. I didn't think the production, or even when he rhymed over Nick is like, I didn't think he fit that, you know, but I got what he was doing. And he had other songs that were totally an opposite direction. It's where he shot on the versatility side. Once I saw the versatility side, the witty side, then he made a lot of sports references, and I was like, all right, you can't make references on the things that he's pointing out unless you really know it. And he's doing it in a way where other people go, oh, I like that, because they can relate to sports, you know, and hip-hop and all that's related. So that's another one. So I'm just catching all these things that feel like the confidence that he came with that when I met him, and that stare. That's what made me, you know what, say, you know what, let me call him and see if we can click, just kicking it, because if it's meant to be in my beats, I gotta figure out, I really don't know how to style it for him yet. The Opportunity Knock single is an idea that he came up with where I'm like, yo, I could tailor that, and that's why it sounds like how it sounds, you know. And then the idea just kept going where I'm like, well, yo, I'll communicate with you and grade your rhymes by scratching. I'm not gonna talk. And more idea, that's dope, we should do this. And he's like, yo, I could do this and this, and we're just going back and forth going, oh yeah, like, yeah. It's almost like you're devising a big plan that you know is gonna be foolproof before it drops. That's how it came about. And then it was hands down like, yo, I'll sign him, you know.
That's the thing about the game. Please know when it comes to competition, there's one thing you must know. Not a game, 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 not a game. Man, it's a sport, but we still label it as such. I feel like I'm playing too much, man. Should've stayed on the bus or up in the stands with all the fans. In the #1 phone hand, they filling up a stat sheet. And you run a game like back sweeps and track beats. But when the track meets the vocab, won't lag. You're so athletic like Leon and Bojack. Shut off, putting these words together like a run on. Fuck a period, need a lyricist since punch gone. Big stress since big cut. L box, TikTok stop. What happened to hip hop? King James in the game, I got next. I get better every day, but I'm already the best. Yes, I said it, but only cause I meant it. And then marinate to the next rap debate. Not a game, not a game, not a game, not a game, not a game. Not a game, 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 not a game. Switch it up, not a game, not a game, not a game, not a game, not a game. Switch it up, not a game, not a game, not a game, not a game, not a game. In the words of Big Pop, either you swinging crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. When you're trapped on the corner, think about the past, but you can't. Everything is moving so fast, can't ball unless you handle a pill or a rock. So you drop dimes helping these fiends score a will. Somebody gets killed and not covering the spread. Ill-advised shots instead of leather, it's lead. Funny how hustling is sorta like a sport. Starts out in the street, ends up in the court. Then you're in the press with no time out, just time ends with a number on your chest. Orange uniform like you're playing for Syracuse. These so aggressive they refuse to let them loose. Freedom's going away, and so you pray for a 1-on-1, a year and a day. This is not a game, 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 switch it up, not a game, 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 switch it up, not a game, 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 not a shout out to AI, probably the best you never heard about. I am the GOAT, however never burn out. No disrespect to Mr. Manigo. See, his shot was on, but his plan was off. Takes more than just talent. Now the only girl we know, that would be the Pearl Monroe. Sorta like me, a legendary thing. Call him Black Jesus, I am the rap Jesus. Not a god, just a man. Carpenter, using his hands to build a brand. Nick Chavez, MC the Empire. Using positive thinking to get inspired. Never expire, timeless, classic. Never force a shot, finding a passion. Big box out, beat to the ground. Still all up net, no need to rebound. Not a game, not a game, not a game, not a game, not a game. Switch it up. Not a game, not a game, not a game, not a game.